wrote, which was only 2 weeks ago. It's hot off the press. So a couple of weeks ago I had a little breakup, which was a bit sad. And it also made me think about a much more major loss I had about 7 years ago. So I wrote about it. It's called Train Tracks. Afterwards, I wore your ring for 7 years. No entry sign to the fragments of my heart as I began the long search for myself alone. I took it off for the first date. 5 months on, my finger still bears the marks. Parallel tracks around the base have lasted longer than the new relationship.
Go on, Patricia.
And if there is another, he will have the me that bears the train tracks of your mark upon my soul. 35 years imprinted, and love me for it. When I started writing, the lockdown happened, and it was all the daily walk and the trees. That was the only good thing happening in life. So there's a lot of poems in this book about trees and nature, about 1/3 of them. So don't worry if you don't like trees and nature, that means 2/3 are about something. But I must read you one of the poems about trees and nature. It's got the longest title I've ever put on a poem. It's called Government Guidance for the Public on the Mental Health and Wellbeing Aspects of Coronavirus. If you can, get outside. If you can't, bring nature in. That was copied from the internet. Sorry, I need to move around. I don't want to fall over a chair. Today, I let trills of birdsong into my head, rivulets and rills of sound, washing away the inner dialogue of a busy mind. The fruitless search for a script, I waste my time trying to find. All the air was filled with singing, quadraphonic surround sound, like that time they put the trumpets in the gallery and the woodwinds in the wings. Music rising from every corner all around. Today I opened my eyes wide, took a headlong dive into the infinite blue of the sky, sight tracing the silhouettes of trees, riding on cloudy puffs of grey and white, coming back to earth, to rest on blades of grass, sharpened by interplay of dark and light. Today I breathed in deeply, chilled and effervescent air, a heady, sparkling wine, not to be served warm, that invigorates the body and elevates the mind. Outwardly also bathing in cold champagne, as it puckers and stiffens my fingers and tingles on my scalp, penetrating my brain. Today I went for a walk. My inside opened out. The outside entered in, and lovely, lovely peace got under my skin. Another little poem, which I think people like, very small poem that I wrote last year when I was sitting in a room in the care home and my mother was passing away. And I wrote a little poem. There's a clock on the wall which had come from her house, and it was broken, but it was a reminder of home in the care home. And this is what I wrote while I was sitting waiting. It's called Stop. The brass clock on the wall is frozen at 6:53 and 40 seconds. AM or PM? I don't know. Next to the clock face, a springbok, frozen in mid-leap, jumps in relief over ground where it will never land. And soon, you too will, like the springbok clock, stop.
Oh, beautiful.